3 Northeast Chairs. Correction number 30, Patrick Baxter. Number 20, Jay Braun. Personal first team foul. At the line, Patrick Baxter. Number 3, Mark. First personal, second team foul. Second personal, second team foul. Prarie, Patrick Baxter. Ball number 5, Brianna Zelskis. First personal, third team foul. Possession Flyers. Points, Aaron Top. Golden Mullinger. First personal, third team foul.
Inside out!
number 3, Nolan Hollander. Number 4, Kenny Robertson. Ball number 4, Kenny Robertson. First personal, 4th team ball. Come on, Flyers. Number
10, tournament here in Collinsville. My name's Nick Cannon. I'm your play-by-play guy for today, and I have a very special guest with me today. My special guest is Miss Tracy Jones-Wells, former Tennessee State girls basketball coach and an alumni of Althoff High School. Tracy's going to help me here with the halftime stats and etc. And Tracy, how's East St. Louis playing today?
Well, I'm glad that they've turned some things around. It was a slow start to the game, starting off getting down 10-2. I think they really had to kind of settle down and recognize the kind of defense that was necessary to get them going defensively with getting some stops on the perimeter. And then offensively, they really had to settle in and move the ball around. They were kind of standing around and watching. They weren't getting the ball inside, but once they started getting it inside to number 30, he was able to do a lot of good things for them to help us get this lead.
Sounds great. Looks like we've got a 10-point lead, and we're about to get started with the second half. This is Lincoln, Illinois, going against East St. Louis Flyers. Second half, game 2 of the tournament for East St. Louis High School. Tracy, as we look aboard, I want you to just continue to talk with me. Tracy is very educated in the world of sports, you all. Just a great individual.
Well, I say it looks like coming out of the gate, Eastside has got to get themselves ready. Lincoln's getting their hands on loose balls, and Eastside's got to be ready. We can't be resting at this time. The lights are on, the clock is ticking, so we need them to be alert and ready here on the offensive end. Hopefully they'll continue what they did in the first half of moving the ball, getting the ball inside, and continuing to control the boards. That's what they did a very good job of in the first half. As they got on the boards right there.
Great offensive rebound.
He was a key to what happened to them in the first half, so they should be able to extend their lead as long as the defensive end is definitely, we need team defense to keep them out of the paint and guarding that three-point line as well.
Speaking on the Baxton guy again, he's only probably about 6'3", I believe. Mm-hmm. But he plays with the 6'8" wind spring.
Yes, he is not afraid at all.
Yes.
And that's that defense we were talking about. If Eastside is going to have to make sure somebody stays in the paint. Lincoln is doing a good job of keeping all 5 players spread around the perimeter so that they can open up the lane. But when we're in help side, we need somebody to get close to that paint so that they don't have those driving lanes like they just took.
Lincoln comes out with a press second half. Eastside patiently is getting in position. That's in the basket's no good.
That was the shot that Roberson worked on in the warm-ups. He's got to make sure he gets that confidence going so he can continue to hit some buckets like he did in the first half and like he did yesterday as well.
Yes. Turnover by the Flyers. Third quarter, scored 28-16 Flyers. 6 minutes, 20 seconds. And Lincoln, Illinois scores.
Number 20, A.J. Prarie.
I think that's the one part of the Flyers game that they're going to have to work on defensively. Against this spread offense, we've got to keep somebody in the paint. We've got to keep good pressure on the basketball and not allow them to drive and kick like they just did. There we go.
Roberson. Basket good.
Roberson.
He loves that corner three-point shot. He did that
all
day yesterday. That's his spot. Lincoln again is keeping that floor spread, opening up those driving lanes. We got to do a better job. One-on-one defense, keeping people in front of you, but help side team defense has got to rotate.
And again, Robertson hits.
Number 4, Kenny Robertson for 3.
34-21 Flyers. A put back up by Lincoln, Illinois. 3-point play opportunity.
And the Flyers are going to have to get very disciplined, allowing people to get in the lanes. We're not closing out tight on the basketball, on the perimeter.
I agree, Trey.
And second chance opportunities there. Number 5 has been active, getting to the boards for Lincoln. Got to keep a body on him.
very important that the Flyers close this third quarter out with this 10-point spread. Would really be beneficial. It's Robertson again from the corner, you all, and it's good.
Number 4, Kenny Robertson for
I
three.
tell you, he runs around. He goes from baseline to baseline, and I'm thinking he's getting tired. He is not tired. He gets back to his favorite spot on that left corner of the baseline, and he's knocking him down. I think he's ready. Flyers are still in man-to-man. Lincoln is still spreading that floor wide. We just need to jump to the ball, play good position defense.
It's almost a double dribble there.
Gotta be disciplined. There they are. They're back on the boards. Lincoln is crashing those boards. We've got to make sure the Flyers have to put a body on them, especially when they're shooting those threes. You have to be disciplined and find people.
Another offensive rebound for Lincoln, Illinois, and a basket.
A little bit of pressure there from Lincoln forced us to drive it off their legs. We've got a couple of lineup changes. We've got number 5 is into the game for the Flyers, giving a break to post players on the inside.
Number 5 is a great athlete. He was also quarterback for the East St. Louis Flyers this year.
It's like Lincoln's changing things up defensive, looking like more of a 1-2-2 defense.
And it's Robertson again, and he's fouled behind the three-point line. While Robertson's at the free throw,
Number 5, Aaron Cobb.
I would be remiss if I didn't speak of a very great basketball player in the name of Jalen Jones. He plays for Belleville East. They've got a win earlier today, and they'll play again this evening at 6:30. Fans, sports fans, let's keep our eyes and ears open for that guy.
Absolutely. He's a great guy. Perhaps
As a
it's
matter
because
of
he's in the
fact,
family.
Yes, he's the sister of our guest speaker here today. So we wanted to give him a good shot.
Yes.
Yes, nephew, my mistake.
All right. I tell you, with these Flyers, with this offense, it's great that number 4 is heating up on the perimeter, but we've got to do something more than just pass the ball around the perimeter and look for him. They've got to use some ball fakes, get the ball to the inside. We'd love to see a post player go to work just as they did in the first half. So hopefully they'll get that turned around as we're back in man-to-man coming down the floor on defense.
13-point lead, Flyers. Lincoln, Illinois with the basketball.
Lincoln is extending us pretty far out. Those deep threes.
Number 2, Derek Miles.
Three-point shot is good. 39-29, 10-point lead. East St. Louis Flyers. There's a turnover in the backcourt.
And a three.
There's a three. Offensive rebound.
This is going to be a game that the Flyers are going to have to be disciplined. I've said it several times, and you've got to make sure that on the defensive end, 5 people find 5 people. Lincoln is constantly sending people crashing to the glass, and we've got to make sure that the Flyers have a body on them in order to continue to control the boards.
First free throw shot, it's no good. We're still tied at 39-29, East St. Louis Flyers. His shot is off.
It's a turnover by the Flyers and a foul by the Flyers will give that ball back to Lincoln as well.
Foul number 5, Rayon Cestus. Third personal, third team foul.
10-point lead. Illinois, Lincoln has the ball. Lincoln, Illinois, with 2:34 to go in the third quarter.
The Flyers are still in that man-to-man, still extended way beyond the three-point line. Got to be disciplined, stay inside, get a piece of the paint. We're doing a lot of chasing. trying to keep up with Lincoln's players. They're staying active. They're cutting hard. This is where that discipline comes in. Those long days of practice, working on your defense, your defensive principles.
Yes.
We're talking on defense, switching our screens. Flyers look extremely disciplined right now on defense. So barring no breakdowns, this is a good possession of defense for the Flyers. There's that cut. One defensive breakdown. We lost our man going to the basket. Got to see man and ball. That's that fundamental principle that you learn at a young age. Lincoln is still in their 1-2-2 zone defense. Flyers still have a baseline runner, moving the ball around the perimeter.
I'd like to see a basket down low on this series. We haven't went down low lately.
Yes. A little bit of penetration might help them get that ball down there.
And would you agree, Tracy, with the league, there's really not a rush.
There's no rush, but you definitely want to be good about moving that ball around, making defense work from one side of the floor to the next. And the Flyers are doing that.
There's the down low pass, and it's no good.
Still in man-to-man defense. Really need to jump to the ball. This team waits for you to break down or fall asleep. Got to make sure you stay alert, especially when you're away from the ball.
Ew. 39-31, Flyers going into the fourth quarter. What is
Final 8 minutes. Let's see if the Flyers do anything different defensively. If we get some traps.
There's the back door. Breakdown defense.
That's that discipline we're talking about on defense. When they spread you wide, you have to stay down and stay ready. As soon as you fall asleep, backdoor cuts are coming. And there's a turnover by the Flyers.
It's a 6-point lead. Flyers just turned the ball over again. Looks like Lincoln, Illinois is making their move. Flyers are going to have to tighten up on the defense.
Still in man-to-man. Just looking to see if away from the ball, if players stay awake, don't lose their person. These driving lanes are still really wide. There was another cut. Flyers are still not doing a good job of keeping the players in front of them. Their players are able to drive to the basket. We're coming over, making contact and fouling. Really need someone to step up for the Flyers and keep someone in front of them, force them to pass that ball out and not drive it all the way into the basket.
Lincoln, Illinois is at the line. Foul was on the play. It's a 6-point lead, East St. Louis Flyers with 6:57 left. With the lead, Tracy, would you think it would be time to come out of the man-to-man, go back to your zone?
It would be good to kind of change it up, give them a different look, give them a few moments to at least have to do something different.
Yeah.
They've been pretty comfortable in their offense. It's helped Lincoln to settle down and do what they like to do. But the Flyers have got to get back to scoring some points so that they can get into their presses. There's another turnover. There's 2 turnovers in a row for the Flyers. And I tell you, this is that time where you're on the big stage. You've got a great crowd here. Flyers have to settle down. They've got a lot of seniors on the floor. We need to see some leadership to step up and settle guys down, get a couple of good possessions of defense so that can fuel us to get a good offensive possession as well.
We're having the same thoughts, Tracy. I thought also leaders.
He's got his back turned. Yeah.
Oh, he gave him the basket good.
Basket good. Foul on number 10.
It's a late call.
That was a very late foul.
At the line, Aaron Hawk.
Well, basketball fans, it's going to be a good one here. Fourth quarter. Collinsville Christmas tournament.
The shooter did not get boxed out. Number 1 rule on the free throw line, always box out the shooter. Luckily, he lost that ball off of his leg. It's a good timeout by East St. Louis. We need to get the guys settled down, coaching staff as well as players. Just settle in and get a game plan here. We've had 2 turnover possessions in a row, so we need to really get a good possession this next time down on the offensive end.
Point guard for East St. Louis Flyers, number 3, Chairs. He has the talent to break any press put in front of him. So I'm thinking the coach should just let him go and break this press.
Absolutely. It's broken that we continue to attack, continue to move the ball around so that they're able to get that ball inside, get at least an inside-out game going. If we can get the ball inside to the post players and then kick that ball out for some threes, that'll open some things up. But just passing around the perimeter is not going to be enough to hold off this tough Lincoln team today.
Chick-fil-A deal is for coaches, officials, and tournament workers only. It is not open to the public.
Also, sports fans, while I got a moment in action here, I'd like to say that Straight Out the Cannons Entertainment will be hosting a basketball all-star game for boys and girls at the end of this season. Keep your ears open for time and date. We'll get back with you later on that outstanding event. There's the press put on again. Flyers are across the court.
Looks like Lincoln has extended their 1-2-2 to put a little bit more pressure on the basketball up top. Flyers still need to get that ball inside, get a few touches, drive around these perimeter guys.
There's a jump shot by Robertson. It's off. Ball is just a scramble for it.
Oh, wow.
Timeout, Lincoln.
Yeah, right now Lincoln just looks like they're quicker to the ball, they're quicker to the loose balls, they're getting their hands on it. They're very alert and very aggressive. The Flyers are going to need to at least match that aggressiveness in order to keep the lead and build on it.
5:49 in the fourth quarter. 39-37. Flyers by 2.
Flyers come out on a little bit of full court pressure. Still in man-to-man. That number 5 for Lincoln has definitely been the catalyst for them. He is the person that is driving this boat. He is pushing the pace for them. He's attacking every time he has the ball. It'd be really nice to see Eastside get a chance to get the ball out of his hands, maybe double team, allow somebody else to handle the ball for a little bit. But 5 is definitely pushing the pressure for them, and he's just gotten to the free throw line. Missed the first one.
Referees appear to really be blowing the whistle here, fourth quarter. Yeah, we're looking at a tight one, huh, Trey?
Absolutely. 2-point game, 1-point game. Flyers are up by 1, 39-38. Lincoln's applied a little bit of full court pressure again. That time, it didn't work out for them with a reach-in foul. So the Flyers get a chance to bring down the court again. Still working against that 1-2-2 defensive pressure by Lincoln.
Flyers could really use a high percentage shot here.
There we go. They've gotten inside.
Oh, and he missed. That's what the backboard is there for, son. 1 point lead. Lincoln, Illinois with the basketball. It's a scramble for it. He got away with it. Pressure defense by the Flyers. There's a back door. Lincoln, Illinois has taken the lead. 40-39, 4:45.
Lincoln is very disciplined on offense. They are very smart with this basketball. They just waited. The one player who took a break on defense, that's the offensive player that moved without the ball. Flyers are staying out on that three-point line. It's really tough to get anything else going.
Ball goes back to Lincoln, Illinois.
I don't remember how many. I don't know how many threes the Flyers have taken. They've taken a bunch. They really got to try to work to get that ball inside, attack a little. Lincoln only has 3 fouls. Means we haven't put a lot of pressure on them. You can stay in the game without fouling if nobody's driving.
There's a 3 from the corner. It's a 4-point lead.
That's that driving kick, and there it is. The Flyers finally put the ball on the floor and attacked, and they got a foul. That's what they've got to do. They've got to put the ball on the floor and attack. Passing around the perimeter is putting no pressure on this Lincoln team. They've got their confidence up. They're driving and kicking and making their threes, and now those Flyers have to return the favor. They've got to put the ball on the floor and make them move.
Number 3 and number 1 are twin brothers for the Flyers. They're both in the game at the same time.
We should get a lot of penetration with them in the game.
There's a high percentage shot, and it's good. They should look for that play there each time down the court. It's a 2-point lead.
Number 5 still controlling the offense for them, bringing the ball up the floor. Lincoln is still in that spread offense. Ball is dead.
With this lead by Lincoln, Illinois, you better believe there's not a rush to shoot.
That's the problem right there. They spread the floor wide, help side defense. The next closest man is on the other side of the floor. He's got to get a piece of that paint. There's no way a guy should be able to go from the three-point line all the way to the basket, and help side defense is unaware. That's unacceptable defense.
Yeah.
At the line, number 33, Isaiah Bowers.
And the basket's no good. Free throw, rather. 43-41, we're at 3:14. Fourth quarter. Second free throw attempt. And it's good.
All right, Lincoln still coming out in that full court pressure. Flyers handle it with no problem. Hopefully we'll continue to get some penetration going to get some easy buckets. There's a little bit of a driving kick.
That's a good. It's a fast break by Lincoln. They bring it back out.
This will be a great chance to get a stop. And there's another foul by the Flyers. That defensive intensity with hands off is what I'm sure Coach Gilbert is stressing to his players. We just need them to jump to the ball, get a solid defensive possession. They're starting to run out of time, but it's still a 3-point game. But those fundamental defensive principles are going to be key to the Flyers holding on, coming back rather to get this win.
That first free throw was good.
3-point lead now for Lincoln. There's one that they needed. Got a little reach-in foul. Still not enough to put us on the free throw line. Lincoln's only committed 4 fouls. So the Flyers get it back, but they're going to have to put that ball on the floor, get some penetration, get some easy buckets. We need a quick, easy basket right here.
This is just about to state that Flyers coach had his leader at point guard, number 3 on the bench, but he's back now in the game.
And he wasn't out because of foul trouble. He only had 2 fouls, so he might have needed him a little bit sooner, but glad he's back now. And
another foul is called. Be only 6. We're not shooting just yet.
But now we're doing what we need to do. The Flyers are putting the ball on the floor, which is forcing Lincoln to put their hands on them so they continue to penetrate.
It's a steal. And a basket, that's good. 48-41, Lincoln, Illinois. The Flyers fans are being stunned at this time.
Solid possession without a turnover here. Good timeout call by Coach Gilbert for the Flyers. Now this is one of those times as a coach you really want to make sure that you settle your team down. Obviously the momentum has gone to Lincoln. They've taken the lead and they pushed that lead a little bit more. You're down 7. Your team needs an excellent possession right here. I'm sure Lincoln's going to continue to press. The Flyers are going to have to get the ball in, get it up the floor quickly. This press is not actually trapping them. It's really just a press to slow the Flyers down, so they just need to move that ball quickly, get it down the floor and attack. They've gotten attacking the basket. They need to continue to do that, but it's going to have to be a quick score. They cannot waste time on this next possession.
On the defensive end for the Flyers, I believe we're going to have to start trapping. You think, Trey?
I think we can get that ball out of number 5's hands. Everything is going with him. I would love to see us double him to make someone else have to handle the ball, but he is that player. When he touches it, when he's got it on the perimeter, he is definitely driving to the basket. Flyers have it in. Got our baseline runner going, and the ball is up. Flyers need to finally with the score. The Flyers are able to put a little full court pressure on as well.
That's the guy with the ball.
5 is the one with the ball. He's attacking, driving, and kicking. Flyers are still chasing, still running all over the court. We've not got to be disciplined, not go for those fakes. Solid possession of defense. Give them pressure, but jump to the ball. Hands on, put him back on the free throw line, only down 4.
First personal, key foul, and Lauren Garrett Adams.
This Lincoln team has put together a solid offensive and defensive game. They've been attacking on the offensive end, keeping the Flyers on the run. Defensively, they've kept them out of the paint, knowing that that's what the Flyers like to do is drive and attack. Their defense has extended them where not able to get those easy buckets. But here we go, down 6 with 1 minute and 34 to go.
Offensive foul is called. If I was the coach for the Flyers, I'll take my big men out game at this time. It's the quickness. He's got speed over there on his bench. You need turnovers. That's a full court press by the Flyers. That whistle is quickly blowing.
Flyers are getting a chance, putting that pressure on. But Lincoln is doing their part, and they are hitting their free throws. Up 6 with 1 minute and 25 to go.
Isaiah Flowers.
Both free throws are good for Lincoln. 1 minute and 23. Flyers need to move their ball up the floor quickly. Cannot waste time. Need a fast score right here. Well, that was interesting. had a player for Lincoln boxed out the Flyers, and it was a great box out, but he actually pulled the shorts down of Grissom for the Flyers. I'm glad he had some shorts on underneath.
Yes, that was sort of different there. It's in the game. Well, only means of survival for the Flyers at this time is doubling the basketball and scoring quickly. We have 1 minute and 9 seconds left. Lincoln, Illinois has a 10-point lead. That's not time for that. We need to be moving.
It's a nice little makeup call there by the officials. Didn't see much happening, but apparently Lincoln touched us. So the Flyers go to the free throw line. I don't remember the Flyers being at the free throw line
in quite some while.
Yeah, absolutely. Beginning of the third quarter, I think it was.
Basket's good. 54-45, Lincoln, Illinois. Second one's good. Ball is being taken out. There's pressure on the ball from the Flyers.
Get it. Almost a steal there by the Flyers. Little full court pressure. That's what they need to do. Running out of time, have to be urgent. A steal here and an easy bucket changes your confidence. Timeout call by Lincoln. And this would be that time to double number 5. Get that ball out of his hands. He's working really hard to get to the ball. We could have those Flyers double number 5 to keep it out of his hands. That might slow them up just a little bit.
That's a strategy point by former coach Tracy Jones-Wells, hoping the assistant coach for the Flyers are thinking like you.
Hope so. Hopefully we can get an easy score and an easy steal here with some good pressure by the Flyers. Gonna have to get into a fouling situation very quickly. This is one of those times where I would tell my teams, you're going for the steal. If you don't get the steal, we need a quick foul because time is not on their side. And number 5. That's just not the guy that I want to put on the line at this time. Number 5 is the point guard. He's got 16 points for Lincoln. He is making them go.
Hits the rim and falls in his favor. We have a nice crowd here this morning, Tracy, for the basketball.
This is a great crowd.
Tournament.
Don't remember many years where it wasn't as crowded as it was from being in high school, coming back in college. This is always a great tournament, always great competition. Even the games of the teams who lost their first round. Oh boy, turnover there by the Flyers. All right, looks like they're gonna stall it out. Clock is still running.
Yes, it was.
About 3 more seconds. The clock continued to run.
Kenny Robertson. At the line, Isaiah Bowers.
And nobody noticed that the clock was still running, it looks like. 10 seconds on the clock. Should be somewhere around 40, 41. Looks like they are gonna check out the
2 seconds were added to the clock. Now it's 39 seconds. Wallace Smith. There's a sense of urgency with rushing here. Jump shot is taken. It's a 3.
Wow.
And it was out.
And number 5 is the player to the glass again for Lincoln. I tell you, if there was a player of the game, it would definitely be number 5 for Lincoln. He and number 33 have control this game from beginning to end, even through weathering the storm. They were the two that really pushed through the third quarter and the fourth quarter to extend the lead for Lincoln.
Well, I'm quite sure the Flyers watched Lincoln, Illinois play yesterday, and they played just as they did yesterday. They came back out second half, was very disciplined with the basketball, didn't commit turnovers, and they're finding themselves with 2 wins by beating the Flyers. This has been Flyers basketball here at the Holiday Classic in Collinsville. In closing, Tracy Jones, well.
All right, it looks like the Flyers, although they didn't hold on, they will be back in action tonight at 5 o'clock. They're going to play here on the main stage at 5 p.m. So fans, look to see you here in the gym or listen up if you can't be here with us.
This has been Flyers basketball. Nikki Cannon, Tracy Jones-Wells signing out.
Lincoln will play this evening at 6:30. Foul three. Second personal, Kenneth Keeball. At the line number 3, Marquise J. Jackson, third personal,